Okay, my brother, I love you. I'm just going to read this Revelations. It says, "And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostril the breath of life, and man became living being." So when God put the breath of life into Adam, he said, "Let us make man in our own image and likeness, body, soul, and spirit." So the image and likeness is Jesus. Jesus is God, and Jesus is perfect. So Adam was made perfect. He had the Spirit of God, he had his soul, and he had the flesh from dust. And Eve was made from the rib of Adam, but God still put breath into her, breathed life into her. So, how can you die spiritually if you're dead spiritually? If you are alive, if you are alive spiritually, you can't die spiritually. So that's why it's called born again, not just born. You're born spiritually, and then you're born again when you received Christ. So you're born spiritually. All children are innocent, perfect, pure, holy. But when they come to the age of accountability and make their first sin, that's when they die. That's when we die spiritually, when we bite the fruit. So Adam and Eve, they were perfect in the Garden of Eden before they took the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, which is the tree of life. It says in here, "Now a river went out of Eden, the water to water the garden. From it parted and became four river head. The name of the first," it says, "and the Lord God took man and put him in the garden to tend and keep it. And the Lord commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden you may eat freely, but of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For the day you eat it, you shall surely die." How if they you have to be alive to be able to die. So they were alive spiritually. You have to be alive spiritually to die spiritually. And the Lord said, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him a helper." Out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every beast of the air and brought them to Adam so that he's. So the Garden of Eden was perfect. And that's why when he kicked them out, he said, "Adam, where are you?" Because it was a separation from God. But God is everywhere. He says, "Even if I go down to the depths of hell, you are there." So it was a separation from God. That's why God said, "Adam, where are you?" And they hid from God. So it wouldn't make sense. Then babies would go to the bad place. So babies go to heaven because they have the Spirit of God. They are alive spiritually. But when you sin your first sin, that's why it only takes one sin for everyone to go to hell. So just think about that. And that's why Jesus came. So Jesus did what Adam should have done. Adam should have not eaten the fruit and gave up his life for Eve. But Jesus did because Eve was deceived. Adam wasn't deceived. He willfully sinned. That's why it says, by sin, one man's sin came into the world, and by one man, salvation. Jesus Christ, God, came to connect us back. So once we put our faith in Jesus Christ, we become connected back to God forever. So you have to be alive spiritually to be able to die spiritually. And then you become born again. Because you're born first. When you are born spiritually, you're born. Otherwise, he says you must be born spiritually. No, he said you must be born again spiritually. So I love you, brother. God bless you. I do study to show myself approved. God bless you.